In this video, we're going to talk about tracing, about creating 2D drawings inside RHINO using references. So you can use two types of references basically. One is vector graphics. The other is raster images. So if you don't know what these two are, because probably you are beginning right now, vector graphics are graphics that never use pixels. They use vectors, so they never lose their quality. So you can scale them a lot, you can make them really big or really small multiple times, they will never lose quality. This is the essential difference between vector and raster. So vector graphics are drawings that usually come from AutoCAD or Illustrator or similar application like Inkscape and so on. Raster images are basically images that are composed by pixels. So they have a limit. When you start to scale them more and more, pixels are going to start to appear, so the image is not precise like the vector graphics. Now, usually raster graphics is used for printing on paper, but also everything you see in a screen, it's then converted into pixels because the screen has pixels. And also they're used for photography and something that can be more realistic. Now you will see that raster graphics look more realistic than vector graphics. But vector graphics are useful to create logos, to create, well, anything that needs to be scalable. And also architectural drawing plans and views. So in this video, I will make an example with an architectural plan, but you can also make the same operations that we will do here with a logo. But you know, architecture like product design or anything that needs to be really precise is going to have this additional issue. You need to have the drawing in scale. You cannot model or create anything if you don't do anything in scale. You need to scale in the correct measurements. So I'm going to get rid of this just to start from the beginning, and right now I'm using the centimeters, big objects and centimeters file template that you can use yourself too. So I'm gonna work with centimeters basically, and let's start with the first one, and the first one will be the Cad Drawing. So this is a file exported from SketchUp, which is also another CAD application, but you can do the same thing with AutoCAD, you can do the same thing with Illustrator and other vector graphics applications. So the most easy things to do, the easiest thing to do is just go into the folder where you store the file, in Windows in this case, but also you can do this in Mac as well. Just click and drag. So here I have different files. I will click and drag this, and there you go. And this is a DXF file. So you can import DXF, you can import DWG from AutoCAD, and again, other formats from Illustrator and so on. So you have different options here. You can open the file in a different document. You can insert like a block. You can import directly, or you can make a link. So in this case, I will do the import. Now, I'm sorry this is in Italian, I'm gonna change it right away, but all you need to do here is just say OK. So we're not going through all the different parameters here, but the only important thing, if you know the units of the model coming from CAD, you can insert here already the units. If you don't know, don't worry, we're gonna figure out. This is the goal of the video, so to figure out what's the scale and scale the drawing accordingly. So let's say OK, and there you go. So this is the drawing, and you can see that I can already select lines, I can delete them, I can work with them. So it's showing off like a series of curves, so a series of lines that I can manage here in RHINO without any problems. Okay, so what we need to do here, first of all, is try to understand what's the scale of this drawing. Now, you can select, for example, that line and then go to the Properties panel. And here it's going to give you a lot of information. But if you want to know more about this line, you can select it, and you're gonna see here that this is an open curve. And if you go to details, scroll all the way down, you can see the actual length. Now, these are units. These can be whatever you want. Now, let's say that I have 10.82 of I don't know what, but to see that, I will go to Properties, go to Units, and I know that this is centimeters. So 10.82 is centimeters. So this is too small. Now, how do I scale this? Well, my suggestion is, if you're not an expert, just go in Google and type the units that you have and the units that you want to get. So in this case, I can see that 100 centimeters means 1 meter. So you just need to do a little bit of calculation here. So if I want to transform 10 centimeters in 10 meters, what I need to do? I just need to multiply that centimeter for 100. So go back here, select everything, and let's go to the scale. Okay, if you add millimeters, you had to scale 1000, and so on. So the first thing we need to do once we clicked the scale command is to define a base point. The base point is where the scale will start. So you can see here is snapping all around, so you can also deactivate snaps. In this case, I want to activate the grid snap, so I'm gonna press F9 of my keyboard and then get there in the exact origin of my world. And then it's gonna ask you the first reference point, or if you know it, the scale factor. In this case, we know it, it's 100. So I'm gonna type 100 and press enter. And then there's my plan view there. Now let's click with the right click here, so to zoom and frame our project. Okay. And now we can make a double check. So let's select the line again. Let's go again to the Properties, Details, go all the way down, and now it's 1082 centimeters. So if 1 centimeter is, if 100 centimeters is 1 meter, 1000 centimeters is 10 meters.